It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Rejected.
She's shocked that I picked her.
No.
It's like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
Rejected.
Because guess what? A lot of people died. And a lot more are going to die unless he gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker.
So,
Mr. President?
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me.
Rejected.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Totally crossed out.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back. It's your boy Jay Breezy back with Totally Crossed Out. We're back, baby. Today, we're talking about the king of the Oompa Loompas, Orange Julius, the Donald. Didn't this guy already have the Donald covered? I guess when you're as rich as Trump, you can do what you want to do and take over, I guess. So, hey, he's the new Donald. Let me tell you something about this dude. Whether you like Donald or whether you hate him, you have to respect Donald. I know a lot of y'all out there probably don't like that, but Donald is a certified, board-approved OG savage. Donald don't care about what none of y'all talking about. Donald just comes straight out and tell you straight what he thinking off the cuff. Like, Donald plays no games. Look.
You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way.
Sit down, please. Sit down. I didn't call you.
Did you acknowledge that you didn't think
Keep your voice down, please. Keep your voice down.
Do you want him to rein in Robert Mueller?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
You didn't let me ask my question.
You've been asking a question for 10 minutes. So please sit down. You're so disgraceful. It's so disgraceful the way you say that. Look. You know you're a fake. You know that. Your whole network, the way you cover it, is fake. And most of you, and not all of you, but the people are wise to you. That's why you have a lower approval rating than you've ever had before, times probably 3.
What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. Those people have been just absolutely excoriated by some of the fake news, like you. You're CNN, you're fake news. And let me just tell you, they were excoriated by people like you that don't know any better, because you don't have the brains you were born with.
Look, there's something you have to respect about a person that's just gonna speak their mind. Now, can Donald be shady? Absolutely. Is Donald corrupt? Probably. Has Donald scammed a few people? Yes, he has. However, he's such a savage, man. Like, how does he get away with this? How does Donald continue to just say whatever he wants to? Donald J. Did y'all know? Did y'all know that the J in Donald J stood for John? But you know, every time I think I know the level of Trump's savagery, no, he impresses yet again. He hits another low, like when he said and did this.
Written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This is 14 years ago. They didn't do a retraction.
That reporter he is talking about is Serge Kovaleski, who now works for the New York Times. As you can see right there, he suffers from a chronic condition that impairs movement of his arms. A Times spokesman says they find it outrageous that Trump would ridicule the man's appearance.
The physically challenged have been needing a hero, and you're it. Thank you, handyman.
That's okay, son. And remember, never underestimate the powers of the handicap.
Come on, Donald, you can't. Trump, I know you can't say that. Come on, you can't do that. You can't do the flailing arms. I know, no way that In Living Color could be on today and do the handyman joke. that they'd be canceled so fast. You can't say that anymore. America is way too woke. Back to my point. Donald just didn't care. He did it. And here's the crazy part. Donald probably didn't even think that he did anything wrong. He probably was like, I mean, what? This is, isn't that how he moves? Like, no, that's not good. That's no bueno, Donald. Also, I was on Instagram the other day where I came across this young man that had some very interesting comments to say about Donald Trump. And it got me to thinking.
Another thing is we get to sit back and watch the dissonance in which the party moves with, to where every single thing that's done against Donald Trump is a conspiracy.
Well, yeah,
and every single mistake that he makes is not his fault. We've never seen anyone treated with the singular amount of white privilege that Donald Trump is being treated with. This is a masterclass in white privilege. Trump can't say enough to be racist.
Correct.
He can't commit enough crimes to be a criminal. He can't fail enough to be a failure. And he can't say enough stupid things to be stupid. He is so shielded and insulated by the idea and the concept of whiteness that he is un-fucking touchable.
Okay, wait, hold up. Stop. Let's rewind that.
Trump can't say enough to be racist.
Correct.
He can't commit enough crimes to be a criminal. He can't fail enough to be a failure. And he can't say enough stupid things to be stupid. He is so shielded and insulated that he is un-fucking touchable.
Yeah.
So the first point that he made was Trump can't say enough to be racist. I don't know. Let's give that a look-see.
There's nobody that has done more for the black community than President Trump. A lot of people agree. I have done more for the African-American community than any president, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln. The black people are so much on my side now because they see what's happening to me happens to them. African-Americans for Trump, call it whatever the hell you want. And you see black people walking around with my mugshot. I love the black community, and I've done more for the black community than any other president. I'm being indicted for you, the black population.
I love these guys. Look at these guys. Blacks for Trump. I love you.
Black people really like Trump.
Oh, look at my African-American over here.
I've done more for the black community than any president since Abraham Lincoln. I say it. Nobody can dispute it.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
When I see the Make America Great Again, my comment is, do you accept that that could possibly be construed as a racist remark? And most people, a lot of people go, how could that be racist? Make America great again? I said, so just ask yourself from an African-American experience, when was it ever great in America for the African-American? When was it great? So if you're making it great again, it's not including them. So it's to teach us in the woke world to open up and accept the possibilities that our privilege has created blind spots for us. And maybe I haven't seen what is really happening yet in all my years.
And you had some very bad people in that group, but you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. Was George Washington a slave owner? So will George Washington now lose his status? Are we going to take down statues to George Washington? How about Thomas Jefferson? What do you think of Thomas Jefferson? You like him? Okay, good. Are we going to take down the statue? Because he was a major slave owner. Now we're going to take down his statue. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly.
I gotta admit, the whole situation that happened in Virginia, that rubbed me the total wrong way. I mean, you lightweight defended with those neo-Nazi, anti-everything but white individuals did. And I'm really trying to watch my mouth on and be respectful of everybody, because I have a lot of other colorful, bright words that I could call these people. I am going to take the higher ground. But I don't just put it on Trump. I really don't. I don't just put it on Don Don. Let me tell you, I put it on some of my own people, like this young lady.
So I don't care what the media tells you, Mr. Trump. We support you.
We love you.
Okay, 4 p.m. We've been 4 p.m.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
Please do.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Tell my mama I made it. Girl, if you don't sit your... Y'all know what I want to say, right? If you don't, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? I know your mama taught you don't go outside embarrassing her like that. I'm sure your mother is so embarrassed. Your mother ain't out there like, girl, she made it. She hugging all up on Trump, and Trump kind of hit her with the shoulder lean. Like, if you watch, go back and look. He tried to play it like I'm turning to look at her, but he kind of hit her with the stiff arm, like, we caught you. We see it. I saw you. I saw you do it. I saw it. And if that wasn't enough, if what you just saw from old girl was not enough, wait until you see this dude.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Trump. Happy birthday.
I have nothing. I have nothing for you. I have no words for this cat. What? So the second point the gentleman made earlier was that he can't commit enough crimes to be a criminal. Oh, but that don't stop Donald from trying now, does it?
In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering healthcare costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
A new twist in the investigation into former President Trump's alleged mishandling of classified documents at his Florida estate. Trump told people to move boxes to his residence at the property after advisors received a subpoena in May for any classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. That witness account was corroborated by security camera footage, which showed people moving the boxes.
Trump now faces 4 trials, from 2 federal indictments and 2 state indictments. One reason the Georgia indictment is different from the federal cases is that even if Trump were reelected as president,
Let's presume he's convicted in Georgia. Federal government president has no pardon power over those state convictions.
in Georgia, the State Board of Pardons and Paroles doesn't consider pardon applications until 5 years after an individual has completed their sentence.
So he could be conceivably, under the most outlandish scenario, sitting in prison and still being the president of the United States.
The real verdict, Donald Trump says, will be on November 5th. If he becomes president again, I think some voters on both sides will ask, is he going to be in jail while being president? Is jail time on the table here?
It is on the table. I would say highly unlikely to that question. 34 felony counts, each one of which does carry with it the possibility of up to 4 years in prison. No mandatory minimum, meaning no jail time could also be a sentence. I don't see personally him being sentenced to prison time. The judge could impose a variety of different things, home probation, for example. He could serve it in Mar-a-Lago with an ankle bracelet. He could serve it non-concurrently, meaning he could go on weekends, for example, to some sort of custodial sentence. I personally think there will be heavy fines and some sort of heavy probation associated with this sentence.
And he can be president while on probation.
Absolutely. There's nothing in the Constitution that prohibits it.
And here's the part that I find interesting, and maybe I actually took AP government when I was in high school, and maybe I just missed this part, but I actually found it real interesting that he could be in a very kind of apocalyptic scenario, I guess. He could potentially still win the presidency and be the president while locked up. I mean, like on some Akon. That if I live to see, it will be a great day to be alive if I live to see that right there. that will be amazing to see. He Tupacing it from behind. I mean, if that's the case, go on, let Suge Knight be your running mate. Like I vote for him for vice president. Like if we doing it up like that, I think that's wild in our country. Like. He can't even flip it. Oh, if Georgia want to lock that fool up, he can't pardon himself. So he just going to be, in the immortal words of Kendrick Lamar.
You better not ever go to cell block 1.
The next point the gentleman made was he can't fail enough to be a failure. Again, Donald likes to say, you know what? Somebody hold my beer.
I used to say to people, someday I'd like to be poor.
9 times Donald Trump failed at business.
One step beyond your wild.
April 2000.
Put the name Trump on it. It's going to be the best.
They said there's a great need for some.
What a bike race.
The race.
Donald Trump bought.
I swear, he really is the American dream, and I'm going to tell you why. I have watched him fail at more businesses, more things, be in more debt, yet still be a billionaire. How the hell is this possible? Listen, they talked about Gotti, but Donald Trump is really the Teflon Don. I mean, nothing sticks to this man, and you can talk about the 34 convictions and all. He still has construction workers he has not paid for Trump Tower. And the Trump Hotel in Vegas, he still has contractors that have not gotten paid. Do you all know how long that's been up? You know, listen, if you know how long that's been up, drop it in the comments. Tell me how long it's been since those people have not been paid. And should they get paid? Do you think they should or should not get paid at this point? Y'all let me know. But he continues to, but one thing I can say about him, he is the absolute poster boy for perseverance. You are not about to shame him into quitting. Scratch everything else off. That right there, I can get down with. He is not just going to go away. You are not going to intimidate him away. You are not going to try to frustrate him away. You definitely not going to slander him away because he lives for that. He wants all that smoke. He wants all of it to come to his doorstep. So, I mean, this is the same guy that's tried to pay a porn star to be quiet. Are you serious? This chick is comfortable having sex on film in front of a whole room of people. And you think this is the type of woman you can hush. Damn. You've outkicked your coverage on that one, brother, because I knew that wasn't going to work when that came out. I mean, you got to be one or the other. You can't be Mr. Grab him in the you know what and then try to be Mr. Hush Hush. No. If you're going to be bold, be all the way bold. You know, when I was younger, my dad used to say, don't be halfway stupid. Be all the way stupid if you're going to do it. And then my man made the point of he can't say enough stupid things to be stupid. Oh, man. I really don't understand how Donald's brain thinks sometimes, but some of the stuff that he says out of his mouth.
Ready? You have the cameras rolling? I could be the most popular person in Europe. I could run for any office if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I had a meeting at the Pentagon with lots of generals. They were like from a movie. Better looking than Tom Cruise and stronger.
You can have all the technology in the world. I'm a professional in technology. When during the campaign, I would say Mexico's going to pay for it. Obviously, I never said this and I never meant they're going to write out a check. I said they're going to pay for it.
Where do these people come from? Where do they come from? They go back home to mommy. They get punished when they get home. I saw this man, tall, handsome, very charismatic, making horrible statements about wanting to destroy our country. And I'm writing a book. I think I wrote 12 books. All did very well.
I just received a beautiful letter from Kim Jong-un. I can't show you the letter, obviously, but it was a very personal, very warm, very nice letter. I appreciate it.
It was actually a happy birthday letter, if you want to know the truth. It was my birthday. And he sent me a beautiful letter, happy birthday, which was nice. If you tell a joke, if you're sarcastic, if you're having fun with the audience, if you're in live television with millions of people and 25,000 people in an arena, and if you say something like, Russia, please, if you can, get us Hillary Clinton's emails. Please, Russia, please. Please get us the emails, please. I'm going to be signing a national emergency. It's a great thing to do because we have an invasion of drugs, invasion of gangs, invasion of people. So we're going to confront the national security crisis on our southern border. And we're going to do it one way or the other. We have to do it. Not because it was a campaign promise, which it is. They say walls don't work. Walls work 100%. The Green New Deal, right? Green New Deal. I encourage it. I think it's really something that they should promote. Darling, is the wind blowing today? I'd like to watch television, darling. And when the wind stops blowing, it doesn't make any difference, does it? Unlike those big windmills that destroy everybody's property values, kill all the birds. Sleepy Joe and Crazy Bernie. We have a young man, boot edge. Boot edge. They say edge. He's got a great chance, doesn't he? He'll be great. Crazy Elizabeth Warren, or as I affectionately call her, Pocahontas. We want Biden. We want the son, Hunter. Where's Hunter? We want the son. What's going on with Fox, by the way? What's going on there?
Kellyanne is great, but she's married to a total whack job. I think she must have done some number on him, Ainsley. I don't know what Kellyanne did to that guy.
At some point, I hope they get it.
You're going to turn it over?
No, at some point, I might. But at some point, I hope they get it because it's a fantastic financial statement. And let's do that over. He's coughing in the middle of my answer.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like that, you know?
Your chief of staff.
If you're going to cough, please leave the room.
Get a shot of, and I'll come over here.
You just can't.
Just to change the shot.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, do you want to do that a little differently then? I used to get great press until I ran for politics. I mean, I used to be the king of getting good press. And this is how I got elected, by being off script. Believe it or not, I watch my words very carefully. There are those that think I'm a very stable genius.
He also made a point about him being insulated and being the very definition of white privilege. Yes, he is. You will see him in Webster's dictionary, kind of like, or. But when he said the thing about being able to shoot somebody in broad daylight, I said he absolutely knows he's the pinnacle of white privilege.
My people are so smart. And you know what else they say about my people? The polls. They say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Now, what Donald did, how he antagonized, how he mobilized these citizens And you can say he didn't mobilize them, but he pretty much said everything but bum rush the Capitol.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women, and we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
The Capitol steps, right after the Trump speech was finished, people started filing over here and started pressing against the Capitol. Police are spraying mace and pushing the lines back so people can get through. We're going to move forward.
USA! 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 Come on!
But as we pushed up,
Who's on the media? Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Hey, get the fuck out of here!
they tried to smash our camera.
Who you with? Who?
That day of unprecedented violence may not be the end.
That January 6th event, insurrection, whatever you want to call it, that was an extreme point for me about our society. It was an awakening to just how big of a Pied Piper that Donald Trump really is. And he is a Pied Piper to be taken seriously. See, a lot of people like to laugh at his antics or his slander, and I like to laugh at his slander too, but we must always stay focused on what we have. I had somebody tell me, well, what are we gonna do? He's the lesser of two evils. You have Biden and Trump. No, we do not live in just a two-party system. We, the people, can put somebody else in office if we wanted to. But if all we have is Biden or Trump, then wow, I saw somebody in line one time that did not know that you could write in a candidate. We have to re-educate ourselves on our politics here in this country, our government system, our political system. We have to become wiser. Notice I didn't say smarter. There's a plenty of smart people walking around here. But if you don't have the wisdom to use that intellect correctly, then you could still find yourself in a bad place. Come November, we are going to be facing a serious situation here, because you very well know. Hey, look, if you didn't know, Trump already said, yes, I will heavily consider pardoning all of the January 6th, what I call rioters. And if you don't believe me, look.
If I run and if I win, we will treat those people from January 6th fairly. We will treat them fairly. And if it requires pardons, we will give them pardons, because they are being treated so unfairly.
I think Trump is the master puppeteer. I think Trump is Geppetto and the rest of the world is Pinocchio. He has a way of coming into a situation confidently enough to convince you that everything that he says is on the level. This man was elected to the highest office in the land. Now he's had 4 years to brood, to think. He's been attacked. And if we haven't seen anything, we know that his clapback game is real. What do you think it's going to look like when he gets to clapping back as the president? Also, knowing he can't get it again if he wins. This will be his last term. You know, people get a little funky when they know, hey, I can't come back anyway, so I'm going to get it how I live. And Trump is definitely a G. Whether you want to believe in that or not, that man is a gangster in a whole different type of way. And what we better be aware of is just how gangster he can be.
You shouldn't shut down the government over a dispute. And you want to shut it down. You keep talking about it.
The last time, Chuck, you shut it down.
No.
And then you opened it up very quickly. And
20 times.
I don't want to do what you did.
20 times you have called for, I will shut down the government if I don't get my will. None of us have said it.
You want to know something?
You've said it.
Okay, you want to put that on my...
You said it.
I'll take it.
Okay, good.
You know what I'll say? Yes. If we don't get what we want, one way or the other, whether it's through you, through a military, through anything you want to call, I will shut down the government.
Okay,
absolutely.
fair enough.
And I am proud, and I'll tell you what,
disagree.
I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck, because the people of this country don't want criminals and people that have lots of problems and drugs pouring into our country. So I will take the mantle. I will be the one to shut it down. I'm not going to blame you for it. The last time you shut it down, it didn't work.
So that's it for this week. Totally crossed out again. I thank you all. I thank you all for the support from before. You know the deal, right? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely be down with me. We got some other things coming soon this week as well. And what can I say? For all of my good people out there, no matter whether you're from the north, the south, the east, the west, black, brown, whatever you are, you got a place here. You can express your opinions here, whether you like what I said or didn't like what I say. Come through. We'd love to have you. We'd love to see you. Until then, look, the world is a crazy place. So everybody, please, please, please drink your water, take your vitamins, say your prayers, and be careful out there and be safe. Until next time, I'll holler at y'all.